Ladies and gentlemen, meet the brand new Kia Stinger, and this is a car I've been dying to drive since it was first introduced at this year's Detroit Auto Show. Why? Just look at it, because if it drives as good as it looks, I think Kia may have a winner on their hands. And right now, let's get behind the wheel. Oh yeah, it does have plenty of power. Really nice and solid around these curves. Nice exhaust notes. I'm wondering if that's real or fake, because I just shot it from the outside and it didn't sound this loud. So I've got the sneaking suspicion that that sounds a little bit augmented. Overall, it's a tidy package. Now, keep in mind that this car's dynamic handling was put together by the guy who used to be in charge of BMW's M division, Albert Biermann. So he knows a thing or two about how to make a car handle around these twisty curves, and it really does show. Let's face it, guys, Kia has always been the entry-level brand, but with this car, Kia says they've turned the page. Now they are more of a premium upmarket and, of course, very sporty brand, and it says so right here, with these Michelin Pilot Sport 4 tires, or more likely with, that's right, Brembo brakes. Now Kia says the Stinger will do 0 to 60 in 4.7 seconds. You know what's coming. I'm here at an empty parking lot just outside of Magic Mountain here in California, and I'm gonna put it in sport mode, and I'm gonna let you guys let me know when we hit 60. So let me know if it is 4.7, because I don't have the solo deal. A little bit of brake torquing, doesn't let me do much, and there's the launch. That feels fast, and there's 60. So as you time it, was that indeed 4.7 seconds? Under the hood, you get two engine choices. The entry-level car gets a 2-liter twin-scroll turbo that puts out 255 horsepower. This top-of-the-line model is a twin-turbo 3.3-liter V6. Harder! Both cars are mated to an 8-speed automatic transmission, and you can get standard rear-wheel drive, or for $2,200 more, you can get this car's all-wheel drive. There we go. You said you can change the engine note inside the car, right? It's augmented. So how do you do that?
Right, so there's a couple ways to do it.
Right.
Once the vehicle is in normal or comfort mode,
yep,
the engine note delivers a engine experience I'd expect out of a premium vehicle.
Right.
Once you select the drive mode into sport mode, it actually enhances that engine note to a little higher sound.
As much as I like this car, there is one thing that I would change, and that is the steering feel. You know what? Let's cut to me driving the car and let me explain. There is one chink in this car's armor, and that has to be the steering. There's not a lot of feel coming through. I suspect that's because this is electric steering. As you can see, when I turn the car on, it defaults to comfort mode. There are 6 modes, including Smart, Eco, Sport, and Custom. Now the one that I like the most is Sport, and that does control 6 different parameters of the car's dynamic control, including how heavy the steering is, the suspension, the way that the throttle response works, and of course how early the electronic stability control intervenes. There's also stop start. Let's face it, guys, sedans are dead. Well, at least they don't sell very well. And that's why this isn't a sedan. Just like the Audi A7, it's a hatchback. And that means there's a lot of room for things like your bike. With the back seats up, you get 23 cubic feet of room, and that's a lot of room. And with the back seats down, 41. Now, the thing about sexy low roof lines is that while they do give you a lot of room in the back of the hatch, you do tend to lose headroom. So let's see how much headroom I have. Keep in mind I'm 6'2". Okay, knee room is good, but yeah, headroom is definitely a little bit on the tight side. But you know what? You either want sexy or you want utility, and I will always take sexy. And it is interesting that dynamically, according to Kia, this car competes with cars like the BMW 440i, the Audi S5, even the Audi A7, because keep in mind it is a hatchback. And well, they say Porsche Panamera, I'm not sure about that, but certainly it's got the power and the poise to compete with a lot of the best of the Germans. Since Kia has kindly provided a Porsche Panamera for me to drive, let's compare it to the Stinger. Now keep in mind that Stinger starts at 32, this starts at 83, but you won't find one at 83. This one is, whoa, $100,000, so it's $50,000 more than the Kia Stinger. 3-liter turbocharged V6, 330 horsepower, 331 pound-foot of torque, 8-speed Porsche automatic transmission. So it's got less horsepower, less torque, but the question is it faster 0 to 60? And since I don't have the solo DL, I'm going to let you guys time it and let me know which one is faster. Keep in mind, Kia says that their vehicle is 4.7 seconds, so that is the time to beat. Here we go. A little bit of wheel spin. And that was 60. So you guys let me know which of these two competing cars is actually faster. Kia calls this a classic GT car. You know, the kind of car that if you happen to live in Paris and you want to drive to the beach in southern France on the weekend, you would take your wife, maybe your kids, maybe even your mother-in-law, and take them down there in comfort. That's right, it will hold 5, and it will do so in comfort and style. Now keep in mind that I am in the all-wheel drive model, which makes it a lot more neutral. And Kia says that it can proportion up to 50-50 of those almost 400 horses to both the front and the back. So it's a very neutral feeling car. There's a lot of power, there's a lot of throttle response. It's probably my favorite thing about this car, instantaneous throttle response. It's just boom, boom, boom. When you floor it, that 8-speed just finds the right gear. Coming around this corner, I can really tell that this car is sticking. Brakes are strong, these Brembos really do haul the car down. Of course, one of my favorite features of the instrument panel is you've got this kind of classic layout. Your tachometer on the left, basic info in the center, and your speedometer on the right. You'll note that it does go to 180. This car is electronically governed to 167. Why that? Well, that's to do with the tires. In other words, the tires can go up to, I think, 180. They're W rated, but Kia's a little conservative, so it tops it off at 167, which for America is certainly plenty fast. I feel like I can have a really good, fun afternoon just carving canyons here in California, and I have yet to come anywhere close to this car's level of adhesion. Now, if you like the car as much as I do, it starts at about $32,000 for the base 4-cylinder turbo. When you move up to the twin turbo V6, you're at $39,000. And that car with the twin turbo V6, the all-wheel drive, and all the bells and whistles, $52,000. And it will be available at your local Kia dealership by the end of this month. As always, this is Roman reporting for the Fast Lane Car. Check out tflcar.com for more news, views, and of course, Kia Stinger first drive reviews. See you guys next time. Ciao.